Meghan Markle's biggest fear is finally happening. Prince William is stepping in to remove her Duchess of Sussex title, and she's reportedly in panic mode because without that title, everything she built could fall apart fast. For years, she spoke against the monarchy and still kept the title, but that protection may be ending now, and Meghan knows her image can't survive losing it. Her whole brand depends on being the Duchess. Once that title disappears, she's not selling luxury status anymore. She's just fighting to stay in the spotlight. Without the royal link, she has to compete with real A-listers who have strong careers and real influence. Even her famous friends won't be able to keep her up when she becomes just another former actress who married a prince and burned the bridge. She's even thinking about taking legal action to keep a title that came from the same royal family she spent years criticising. The entitlement is unbelievable. That title was never truly hers to claim forever, and William is ready to prove it. He doesn't need long talks or approval. One official move and it's gone, and Meghan wakes up no longer a duchess with nothing she can do. And the title issue is only the start, because while everyone is focused on that, Meghan has been doing something even more frustrating behind the scenes. The late Queen gave a clear order. Meghan heard it, agreed to it, and then went and did whatever she wanted anyway. That kind of disrespect isn't forgotten, and it definitely doesn't go without consequences. 4 years later, she's still doing the same thing. The deal was made, the rules were clear, and Meghan has ignored them in public again and again. Most people would call that breaking an agreement. The palace is calling it something far worse. What makes it so frustrating is that royal titles actually mean something to people who serve. They're earned through duty, not used to make money. Meghan turned hers into a branding tool while living in Montecito selling lifestyle products. That's not ambition, that's pretending to have respect she never earned. And thinking no one would challenge her is about to backfire badly. William's plan to remove these titles is incredibly sharp. He's not just targeting Harry and Meghan directly, because that would let them play the victim again. Instead, the move is smarter. Remove titles from everyone who isn't a working royal in one major reform. Slim down the monarchy, modernise it, make it look fair. Harry and Meghan just become part of a bigger policy change. They can't claim they're being picked on if other relatives are losing titles too. William is shaping the story around who actually works and who doesn't. Princess Anne handles hundreds of royal duties every year without drama. That's the example. Anyone enjoying royal status without contributing loses it. The monarchy only survives if it proves it has value. People who take without serving damage that argument. William is setting one simple rule: contribute or lose the title. This isn't family gossip, it's strategy. When the rule applies to everyone, Harry and Meghan can't say they're being treated unfairly. But there's one problem. William's own father is pushing back. Behind palace doors, the ailing king and his heir are locked in a serious power battle. Charles is thinking about his legacy in the next few months and years. William is thinking in decades. That difference in mindset is creating serious tension between what the father feels emotionally and what the son believes is necessary for the future. The race narrative has basically trapped Charles. He's so scared of public opinion and accusations of bias that he's allowed two people to use their positions without real consequences. Now fear of bad headlines is shaping royal decisions. William isn't waiting for approval anymore. Charles's declining health has sped up a change that was always coming. The heir isn't just getting ready for the crown. He's already making choices that will shape it. This isn't a son disrespecting his father. It's a future king understanding that feelings can't be placed above survival. William cares for Charles, but he cares about the monarchy more, and he's ready to make the tough calls that come with that. The risk is clear. Keep Harry and Andrew tied to the monarchy and let public support fade year after year, or cut them loose and try to rebuild trust. William has seen the reality, and he's moving forward. And what he's willing to sacrifice shows how serious he is. He's not just risking drama with Harry or public anger. He's even willing to reduce his own children's status if it means the rule applies to everyone. That's not rage, that's cold strategy. He's removing any excuse that this is personal instead of something that the institution needs to survive. During a time when the monarchy is trying to modernise and prove it still matters, William can't risk chaos. Andrew's scandals are damaging. Harry's constant criticism is exhausting. Meghan turning royal status into a business is embarrassing. Any one of them could push public opinion too far and cause real damage. They could have had everything: part-time royal roles, independence, and family backing. Instead, they chose to attack the institution, and now William is cutting them off completely. The relationship with Harry was already broken the moment Spare came out. You can't profit from royal status while trying to tear it down at the same time. You have to choose. They tried to do both, and William is finally calling it out. The double standards were never going to last, and now the consequences are here. William isn't being cruel, he's being precise. Like a doctor removing what could harm the patient, he's acting to protect the monarchy. Because without those titles, Harry and Meghan have nothing to stand on. And Meghan knows it, which is why she's desperately trying to defend the idea of birthright. The boldness of calling it a birthright while raising those kids as Americans who've never lived in the UK is shocking. You can't demand British royal privileges for children you're purposely keeping out of Britain because you think it's unsafe. Choose a side. Are they American kids or royals? They can't switch back and forth whenever it benefits them. And the entitlement goes even further. These titles only exist because of a choice made over 100 years ago by the same institution Meghan has spent years attacking. It's not guaranteed. It's a privilege, and it can be taken away. And William is ready to do exactly that. Here's the harsh reality people ignore. Take away the titles, and what's left? Harry has no real career outside being a prince. Meghan's biggest success was cable TV. They aren't strong enough to compete in Hollywood on talent alone and not interesting enough to stay relevant forever. The royal link was their only real power, and they destroyed it. William isn't trying to bring them back. Nobody is. That's why this isn't just drama. It's about the monarchy surviving. William is doing what Charles won't. He's removing people who use royal status while damaging the institution's reputation. Meghan built everything on being a duchess, and William can erase that with one signature. No long talks, no appeals, just gone. The monarchy must prove its worth to taxpayers. Harry and Meghan make that harder every time they launch a business deal or do another tell-all. William is willing to risk backlash, even lower his own children's status, and accept family damage. Because sometimes you have to remove something to save the whole body. When Meghan loses that title and her brand collapses, she'll finally see the royal family was never hers to exploit. But here's the real question. When the titles disappear and Meghan's empire falls apart, will Harry finally see what he threw away? Or is he too far gone to ever return?